Hello, it's me, French Ted, and we are here for episode number 6, I believe, of our Make NWA Great Again series, and we are now building up to our first official, proper pay-per-view event, which is Revolution Rumble. And the rules of Revolution Rumble will be detailed in the next episode. So, hold off. The way that they do it in real life isn't really possible in TEW. I don't think it is. So we're gonna, zhuzh it up a little bit. But yeah, we'll talk about that in the next one. But we are here for the first shows of November, leading into Revolution Rumble, and we've got some really, really interesting matches today and in the next one as well, leading up to that show. So we're gonna have some matches finalized in the next couple of weeks, because Revolution Rumble, most of it's going to be taken up by that Rumble aspect, but there will be a handful of matches for us to enjoy. But kicking off in the pre-show, we've got 2 pre-show matches. Nick Aldis defeats Colby Corino in 16 minutes with the Tormentum. Nick with a 56, pretty good. Colby with a 46, getting better, and a 53 overall. And then following this, we've got Pretty Empowered, the faction, the women's faction of NWA, which were kind of the target of jokes and shots from Macy Estrella last week. So we'll see if that rivalry continues or has ended. But Pretty Empowered here get the win. They defeat M95 and Ashley D'Amboise in 14 minutes when Kylie Page gets the pin. Kylie is this one. Oh, come on. I had a 50-50. Ashley D'Amboise, though, sustained cracked ribs, which is not very good. These numbers, though, are poor. Kenzie is definitely the shining light. Ashley D'Amboise did really well, even though she got injured. And then everyone else is just not good at all. Like, at all. I get that Kylie was off her game, but still, you have only achieved, like, mid-30s. This is why we brought in a bunch of new women. And we haven't even seen half of them. Half of them haven't even debuted yet. But I'm just waiting for the right time. But yeah, 30 rated match. But that's fine. None of these are main eventers. None of these are the top of the women's card. So I'm not that fussed. But yeah, let's not waste any more time and head straight into the main show, where we open with one of our main women. And, the topic of conversation when it comes to Pretty Empowered, Macy Estrella. Oh, Ashley D'Amboise is saying cracked ribs, yep. And little heat from Kylie Page. Oh, Kylie, who was off her game, felt it was her mistake that caused D'Amboise to get injured. Oh, not very good. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. And we'll have to check on Ashley to see how she's doing as well post-match. Or post-show, actually. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, we were opening with a title defense. It's Macy Estrella defending her belt against... Oh, wait, it's not. We've got one more segment. And this is just a final pre-show segment where we're just announcing the main event. Tim Storm is putting over the fact that Stephen Amell and Josh Alexander will be facing each other in singles action tonight. And now, God, we get to that Macy Estrella match. Here we are. In a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, it is Macy Estrella that defeats Ash Vox, who I'm really high on, by submission with an armbar. Macy Estrella has made defense number 1 of her women's TV title. A 59 rated match, which is really good for our women's division. I think that's our highest rated women's match so far, maybe? Macy with a 60, which is awesome. Ash Vox with a 44, and Ash Vox is getting better at her gimmick too. Love that. Speaking of Ash Vox, I think someone in the comment section, someone did in the comment section, I think they said that she is a part of a tag team with someone. That tag team is not present in this game, but I think they said it was Del Miexo or something, or their sisters or cousins or something. I might be wrong. I'll look it up ahead of time, because if you guys remember last episode, I said we're going to do a bit of a rejig. There are going to be some people that we let go because we don't need 60 plus roster members right now. I think we need around 40. But yeah, that's in the future. We'll probably do that end of this episode or beginning of next. We'll wait and see. But either way, Ash Vox is someone I'm very high on. I'm very glad that I brought her in, as is Macy Estrella. She's unreal, unreal in more ways than one. But yeah, great opening match. 59 got the show off to a strong start, and Ash Vox is getting better at her gimmick. Following on from this, we've got a little backstage segment where the Chosen Ones, Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Camille, and Joey Janella, are not happy after being rudely ignored and, in fact, you know, just told to piss off, in as many words, by La Rebelión. And Jeff Jarrett says that that is a huge mistake. La Rebelión have now got a huge target on their back, and the Chosen Ones will not let it slide. So what does Jeff Jarrett have planned? We will have to wait and see, but it looks like he is definitely targeting La Rebelión and looking to make their NWA life as difficult as possible. Heading back to the ring now, we have more women's action. 2 women's matches on a single card. Check me out. And it is Mickie James taking on Steph Delander. And in a decent match, it's Mickie James that gets the win. She defeats Steph Delander in 13 minutes with the Mickie DT. Mickie James with a 49, pretty good. Steph Delander with a 42 as well, pretty good as well. Both these women are awesome. Mickie, I think even with her age, she's still going to get better. Same with Steph Delander, you know, she's got plenty of years ahead of her and she's going to be awesome as well. Getting better of a gimmick as well, and of course getting the crowd hotter, which is what we want to see. So Mickie James, I believe that's 2 wins in a row now. So yeah, she might be making a claim for, I don't know, a title match maybe? Who knows? But we do head backstage again. We got quite a few promos tonight. The first is QT Marshall, who is he struggled because others weren't following a script. Okay, that's weird. Stephen Amell should be following a script. He's an actor, of course. But QT says that Stephen Amell is more than just a wrestler. He is, well, that's meant to say more than just an actor, obviously. But he is more than just, you know, a guy that wrestles. He is a star in more ways than one, and he is the future of the NWA. He says that Jeff Jarrett is forming this Chosen One clique, this Chosen One group. Well, if offered, QT and Stephen Amell would decline because they are above that, because they are their Chosen Ones and they are the fans' Chosen Ones. And of course that is, you know, received with a bunch of boos from those in the audience at the loft. And QT is kind of just like, shut up, you know, who cares? And Stephen Amell is obviously looking very focused because he has got a match tonight, his first singles match in NWA. So fingers crossed it goes well, and he's up against someone who is pretty dangerous in the ring, I'd say, Josh Alexander. But following this, though, we catch up with Macy after her title defense, and she says, yeah, Ash Vox is great and all, but I'm here to talk about Pretty Empowered, or as I know them as, Pretty Embarrassing. Yes, they may have got the win on the pre-show, but oh, what a sloppy effort. Kylie Page, what was that? If you need some ring lessons, you know, you can come to me. I'll help you out as much as I can. But in all honesty, girls, each and every one of you are pretty hopeless. So alongside being pretty embarrassing, you're also pretty hopeless. And the sooner you guys realize that, the sooner this women's division can thrive. Because in all honesty, it doesn't need you. All it needs is Macy Estrella. So of course, Macy's still targeting and taking shots at Pretty Empowered. So, you know, obviously that's going to piss off the ladies of that group. And we're going to have to wait and see how they react and if they retaliate to Macy, who of course has been incredibly dominant since debuting in the NWA. We do actually stay backstage again, but this is a little bit closer to what people would call gorilla position, as Josh Alexander is getting ready for his main event match, which is up next. But Cardona is here, and Cardona's just talking to the camera in a 79 grade segment. Cardona, you beautiful man. And he just says that he's backing Josh Alexander for success, not just tonight, but in the NWA. He says that Josh Alexander is one of the best in-ring wrestlers he has ever been with. And he can guarantee that Alexander, it's not going to take long for Josh Alexander to get a belt. Maybe QT Marshall's belt, but we will have to wait and see. So yeah, Cardona, of course, you know, great on the mic, great entertainment skills. So yeah, there's no doubt that this would be a huge segment rating. And this takes us straight into that main event. Stephen Amell taking on Josh Alexander. Who's your money on? What do you think is going to happen? Let's find out. 62, nice. In a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, it is Stephen Amell that gets the win. He defeats Josh Alexander by pinfall. And just to add some more specifics to this, there was a bunch of distractions from QT Marshall. Not enough for it to be, mentioned, because there wasn't one huge one, but QT was just there, kind of in the peripheral of Josh Alexander the entire time, causing enough distraction for Amell to take advantage and get that pin. Annoyingly, Stephen Amell was really off his game, which means that he probably would have got maybe close to 60, 55, 60 for his actual in-ring performance, which would have elevated the 62 higher, but 62 either way is a great score. I'm happy with that. Josh Alexander doing great work. He's in amazing form, got the crowd buzzing, and QT, as you can see, did some good work at ringside. And yeah, Stephen Amell gets a really big win, I'd say, in his singles debut. And that is how we close the show. However, we do have a post-show Twitter-esque exclusive, so let's go and check that out. And it looks like there is some altercation backstage. Stephen Amell confronts Matt Cardona, basically goading him into accepting a title shot. It looks like Stephen Amell says, look, I beat your boy, I can beat you anytime, any place. How about Revolution Rumble? You haven't got anyone at the moment. I know you're a bit bruised up at the moment, but come on, Matt, I'm not even a wrestler. You should be able to beat me easily. And of course, Matt Cardona's ego gets the better of him, and he accepts Stephen Amell's challenge, meaning our first match for the Revolution Rumble has been booked. It will be Matt Cardona defending his NWA World's Heavyweight Championship against Stephen Amell. Very, very exciting stuff. And that is how we end this show. Let's see how we did. 64, nice. I will take that. Again, as I've said before, anything above like 55, 59, preferably if we can keep every show from now on above 59, that would be golden, because obviously the target is 59 to get to medium, which is what we need to do for NWA. We need to get to medium, and then we can start, making real movements. But yeah, really awesome stuff here. Really happy with this card. So let's not waste any more time, and let's jump straight into the second show of this episode. Okay, and here we are for the second show of the episode, and our attendance has gone up slightly. Another 54 people have turned up at the Loft in the southeast of America, so we will take that. We're going up in pop, we're going up in attendance, although I would like the attendance to be a little bit better, but hey ho, that's the best we can do for now, I guess. But we are in the pre-show ahead of this show, which has got some pretty interesting matches. We've got a title match, and we've got a really fun tag team main event. Well, I hope it's a fun tag team main event. We will have to wait and see. But in the pre-show, we've got the leader of Caribbean Cool, Carlito Colon, taking on Rolando Freeman. And in a pre-show match that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but pretty poor wrestling, it is, of course, Carlito Colon getting the win in just under 9 minutes with the backstabber. Carlito with a 52, and Rolando doing really bad with a 23. Do you know what? I do like Rolando Freeman. He's kind of like a comedy relief guy, let's be honest, with Rush Freeman and Brady Pierce. And I know that in real life now, they've kind of broken up. But yeah, I don't think they're going to last long in my NWA. Just throwing it out there. They're not going to last long at all. But Carlito's getting better at his gimmick, which is awesome to see. A 44 still isn't too bad, given that one of the members got a 23. But of course, Rolando's not going to see the main roster anytime soon. Carlito, of course, will, being the leader of Caribbean Cool and technically the leader of our US tag champs, the Colones. But yeah, let's move on to the next and final pre-show match, which is Blunt Force Trauma taking on Strictly Business. And Strictly Business get the win in this poor pre-show match in 13 minutes when Chris Adonis makes Damage submit. Damage, of course, being the worst of the two, aka Rodney Mack, I believe that's Damage. Yeah. Jazz's husband, in case you're wondering. And yeah, Carnage with a 43, who is the best performer of this. I'm definitely going to break Blunt Force Trauma up. Like, I like the gimmick, I like the idea, I just can't work with it. So I think I'm going to unmask them. Even though I went through the effort of creating pictures of them with masks on, I'm going to have to unmask them, sack off Damage, and maybe just keep Carnage around, see what we can do with him. Probably just pair him and Aaron Stevens together. Why not? But yeah, Strictly Business get the win in this. Tom Latimer and Chris Adonis. Two people, again, who are super underwhelming. Like, come on, guys. What is this? Either way, that's why they're in the pre-show. So let's just, forget about that, erase it from your mind, because we're heading into the main show, where hopefully we'll get good numbers across the board. And we are kicking off with a match that Jeff Jarrett has arranged himself. He said that La Rebelión had a target on their back, and they do. And this night, it is Bestia 666 who has that target. And Jeff Jarrett has sent Joey Janella, one of our NWA champions, to take him on in singles action. And that is how we open this show. So let's see what happens. And in about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, it is Bestia 666 that defeats Joey Janella with the La Valaguesa. No idea what that means, but it sounds cool. 57 rating overall. Bestia with a 59, awesome. Just goes to show he can do it in singles action and tag team, which I love to see. And Joey Janella with a 46, which again isn't too bad. Could be better, but we move. And Joey Janella losing, despite being a champion, despite being the TV champion, I want to say, losing in his first singles match as champion. So, being part of the chosen ones doesn't guarantee you wins. Bestia besting the challenge that Jeff Jarrett put in front of him. And post-match, Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal come out to confirm that the pain, the suffering, the problems are not over, because at Revolution Rumble, La Rebelión will be defending their World Tag Team titles in a no disqualification match, but their opponents will not be revealed until the night of Revolution Rumble. So they can't plan, they can't discuss tactics, they can't look at weaknesses. They're just going to have to be ready for anyone and anything that comes their way. And obviously Jeff Jarrett, sniggering to himself, Jay Lethal being like, haha, boom. La Rebelión just need to be ready for whatever Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal can throw at them at Revolution Rumble. So that match is booked in. World Tag Team title match, no disqualification tag team title match. La Rebelión defending against a hand-picked mystery duo from Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Let me know in the comment section who you think it might be. I'll give you a clue. Both of the members are currently on our roster. So, yeah. Guesses down below. Following on from this, though, we have a title match. Camille is once again looking to defend her title, and this time she faces Tessa Blanchard. Let's all guess who wins this match. Oh, look, Camille wins. And then about that had great wrestling. Oh, a 65. Go on, girls. And a decent reaction from the crowd. It is Camille that gets the win. She wins by pinfall with the spear, making defense number 41 of her NWA World Women's Championship. Of course, Tessa Blanchard is going to keep on losing until she quits NWA, because, why not? To be fair, Camille carried this match anyway, so Camille got a 68 rated performance, Tessa Blanchard with a 49. Camille benefiting from that amazing form, so we are going to use that up. And this match got the crowd buzzing, and so it should. Camille is far and beyond one of our best stars right now, and it's really awesome that one of our biggest stars in a company is a female wrestler, because especially in games, or especially in TEW and most mods that are created, it's very rare that your biggest name is a woman. So I'm very happy that Camille is effectively our face of the company right now. And post-match, she is celebrating when we hear Mickie James come down to the ring. And Mickie James says, hey, I heard you last week bashing on us older girls, and I can see that you've already disposed a couple of them in the NWA, but I'm on a hot streak right now. You're on a hot streak right now. One of our streaks are going to have to end soon. So why not do that at Revolution Rumble? So Mickie James is challenging the Women's World Champion Camille to a match at Revolution Rumble. And of course, Camille fears no one and accepts Mickie James's challenge, which means at Revolution Rumble, our third match has been confirmed. Camille will be defending her NWA World Women's Championship against Mickie James, the ring veteran. She's a beast of a woman. She's done it all everywhere she's been. So Camille better not take this lightly. Nice little 58 rated segment. I will take that. Following on from this, we've got some singles action. The latest member of the Bomaye Fight Club, Moose, is taking on NWA's own Joe Alonso. So let's see what happens in this one. Oh, that's not a good rating. 36. I mean, that's Joe Alonso's fault, not going to lie. Wait, what else is there? Declining, penalised the odd face heel, that's fine. Well, either way, in an extremely short match, Moose defeats Joe Alonso in 4 minutes 47 with a lights out. It probably was the extremely short match that, you know, limited the score, but still, you know, Moose is a dominant man, and that is how we want to book him. So unfortunately, Joe Alonso was on the receiving end of that beatdown. And it might be one of the final times we see Joe Alonso. Actually, no, I like Joe Alonso. We're going to keep hold of him. We'll make something out of him. But Moose, very dominant display here with a 53 rating. And post-match, the beatdown does not end. Alex Kane and Mr. Tom join Moose in the ring to attack Alonso further when Nick Aldis comes out from the back, running down to the ring, charges Mr. Tom out of the ring, knocks down Alex Kane and pushes Moose to the ground, making some space between him and Joe Alonso. The Bomaye Fight Club retreat to outside of the ring, and it looks like Nick Aldis has saved the day, and he's probably now got a Bomaye shaped target on his back now. So he better watch himself, because Moose, Mr. Tom and Alex Kane are people not to joke around with, because they are big and they are mean. But also, Nick Aldis is quite big and mean, so who knows? He might be able to defend himself. But Joe Alonso can have some big thanks to Nick Aldis here for making that save. 47 rated segment, not the best. Alex Kane struggled because other people weren't following scripts. I mean, I didn't think I had anyone else doing any talking, but okay. Apparently Nick Aldis did. He worked the crowd really well. Go on, Nick. Nick Aldis is a star, isn't he? Like, he's one of those people that I see him in like so many like YouTube clips, you know, like he like dominated the NWA way back when. He came to Impact, he was awesome. There was that really brief wrestling show on ITV, and he was there and he was loved. And there was a bunch of other like indie shows where it's like, oh, Nick Aldis is the guy. And I've always been like, I don't get it. And then I recently watched him and I was like, okay, I kind of get it. So yeah, Nick Aldis is that guy, and he'll be sticking around for a while, or for as long as we can keep hold of him. But yeah, nice 47 rated segment. Following this, though, ahead of our main event, we've just got a little backstage promo. Kerry Morton, our junior world heavyweight champion, whatever that title's called. Still learning the titles, if I'm being honest. He's kind of just like, have I been forgotten about? Every other title has been represented since Jeff Jarrett has taken over, except for me. I haven't seen the light of day in weeks. I haven't been on live TV in weeks. What's going on? So he goes to approach Jeff Jarrett's office when Jay Lethal stops him and goes, whoa, Kerry. Take a step back. Double J is busy at the moment, but I know why you're here, and don't worry. Next week, you will be in ring action. You will be defending your title against a hand-picked member of the NWA roster. So don't worry, Kerry. We haven't forgotten about you. We were just biding our time. And Kerry's like, cool, nice one. Title match next week. Can't wait. Let's do this. So next week, Kerry Morton will be in action defending his title against an opponent of Jay and Jeff's choosing. I wonder who that's going to be. 55 here. It's Jay Lethal talking. He's great on the mic, so we're going to love that. And now we head to our main event. A main event that's had no build. There's no story behind this main event. Just a fun little tag team match I wanted to book. We've got the team of Roderick Strong and Trevor Murdock, who you saw in the last episode, reunited as the Strong Rednecks, taking on the team of AR Fox and Leon Ruffin, a team that I've put together because AR Fox is Leon Ruffin's mentor, so it kind of just makes sense. So let's see what happens in this main event. 57, I'll take it. In a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, it is the Strong Rednecks that get the win. They defeat AR Fox and Leon Ruffin in 15 minutes when Roderick Strong pins Leon Ruffin with a Gibson driver. Trevor Murdock with a 54, Roderick Strong with a 59, Leon Ruffin with a pretty good 45, and AR Fox leading the line with a 61. And both of these teams have great chemistry. Roderick Strong and Trevor Murdock love being together. AR Fox and Leon Ruffin love being together. Amazing. I will take that. We have now got two bona fide tag teams that I'm more than comfortable using. That is a win in my book. And that is also how we end this show. So let's take a look and see how we did. 57. Again, awesome. I'll take that. Anything above 55 right now is good. Obviously, as we start creeping closer and closer to the 55 popularity on our region, we're going to have to up the ante. But as I've experienced, and I'm sure you guys do with TEW saves, the scorings at the beginning are always a little bit precarious, and then suddenly they just start to get better and better and better, because, you know, the more you use people, the better they get at the products that we're using and things like that. So I'm not too concerned, because by the time we get to 55, that'll be 3-4 months down the line, and we'll be golden by then. We'll have a fully established roster, and yeah, we'll be plowing through it. But yeah, I think that is how we're going to end this episode. I will open the next one with a little bit of tinkering in the office. There's a few people that I am going to let go, because we do need to thin this roster down a little bit more. So there are going to be some departures. Most of them will be original NWA talent, so I'm sorry if that annoys you. And there might be a few people that I've brought in and I'm just like, you know what, I'm actually not going to use you, so see ya. So we'll go through that all together at the beginning of the next one, and we'll also deep dive further into the ins and outs of the Revolution Rumble. But we do have 3 matches confirmed so far, and they are as follows. We have got Camille looking to defend her NWA World Women's title against Mickie James. La Rebelión will be looking to defend their titles, their World Tag Team titles, in a no disqualification match against 2 mystery opponents of Triple J's choosing. That's Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. And then our main event of the Revolution Rumble will be Matt Cardona looking to defend his NWA World Heavyweight Championship against Stephen Amell. That's it for this one, guys. Really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see each and every one of you, I hope, in the next one.